This is the Land Cruiser versus the TRD. What's the best option?
Hi, I'm Randy at Kentville Toyota, and today we're going to talk about the 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser Premium Edition. So as we start at the front of the vehicle, as the 2024 Toyota Premium Edition, this vehicle has some features that we did not see on the first edition or on a lot of our current generation of Toyota product. It has rear cross traffic alert, but it also has front cross traffic alert. So we have sensors coming out of rear. So we have sonar here on the front on 4 different points on the front of the vehicle for ranging distance for parking. It also has a front facing camera and the front facing camera on the windshield. So this vehicle will actually warn you when there's vehicles moving in front of you that you need to avoid, helps you with merging in traffic, gives you all kinds of guidance to get this fairly large consumer vehicle into the traffic safely and keep you comfortable on the highway. We also have a lovely set of LED fog lights. We have the projector LED headlights, and we have lost the Toyota emblem on the hood, and we clearly have the old school grille on this that says Toyota just like the old FJs did. So really great front end. I like the layout of this. Very interesting, very truck-like, and to drive this thing, it definitely feels like a truck. As we start down the side of the vehicle, this vehicle has 20-inch black alloy wheels. The first edition had an 18-inch wheel, so big difference between the first edition and this one. Both of them look great. The 20s on this one really do set it aside. It's a great, classy look on this truck. Come down the side, turn signal, very visible on the mirror, good high visibility here, heated mirrors, and you also have blind spot monitors. The indicators are on the mirrors are there with most of the modern generation Toyotas. As we come back here, we obviously have a black door handle. I like the accent, it's a nice offset against this trail dust. As you can see, this vehicle has the running boards. The previous generation that we looked at, the first edition vehicle, had the rock rails. This has a running board. Again, visually, draws the eye down, looks good with the black. And a lot of people won't realize this. We have a locking gas door again because this is a hybrid drivetrain. Most people don't think of it as a hybrid, but this is our 4-cylinder hybrid max drivetrain for both the Tacoma, the new 4Runner that we haven't seen yet, as well as the Land Cruiser. So overall, good looking truck. It does have the offset here. It's got the gray roof, and the roof rails come in a gloss black as well, which draws everything together. Really good looking package from the side. So let's come around and have a look at the back. This is the iForce Max, so it is the hybrid drivetrain. What do I see here? I see more sonar sensors here for your backup. You have a camera located nice and high. You've got a push button to open this rear window. So this is a rear window that will open in this generation of vehicle, which is a nice change. You do get a power lift gate. Nice feature. Okay, there you go. So nice addition on this 2024, and moving forward, most of the Toyotas we're going to see this over the next couple of years. Anything with a power lift gate, traditionally Toyota has just had the open close. You had to wait for the gate to close, then you hit the key fob, you could lock the gate after you left. Now we have a close and lock. So moving forward in these new generations, really nice feature, close and lock, so you can hit the button once, walk away, not have to wait for the gate to close before you can lock your vehicle. So standing here, we got a high floor height in the rear, all kinds of utility with lots of tie downs. Got an area for the tonneau cover here for privacy. Comes with a matching set of both carpeted and rubber mats for durability, just so for full functionality of this. This is a truck, it is for going off-road. You can put your gear in here. Now, still a family car if you want it to be. The lockdowns for your child seats are there, and the spare tire, tools, everything down in here, nicely hidden and out of the way. I see a high output 110 volt plug, which is a lovely feature here, 2400 watts. So take that camping, do all kinds of things with it, charge your other devices, run an induction cooktop, anything you want. So good utilitarian look here. And I see in the gate, we have a very large subwoofer and 2 other mids here on the tailgate. Awesome feature. This vehicle actually has a JBL 14 speaker setup. So the sound quality in this truck is fantastic. So let's close that up and go have a look at the driver's compartment. So here we are coming in from the driver's side. The first thing I notice is we have a two-setting programmable driver seat for two different drivers. I see perforated leather, which means I have heated and cooled driver seat, which is really nice. I see an extension here on the driver's seat. So depending on your leg length, you get lots of options here for comfort, for long drives. I see 120 volt AC current that I can turn on and off in the rear, automatic headlights, fog light switches, which is nice. You can open and close the rear tailgate, and you have adjustments for trailer towing. The trailer towing capacity on this vehicle, I think, is stated at 6,000 pounds. So you can use this as a truck, which is fantastic. So I'm gonna hop here. So running board height is really good. Pretty happy with that. Again, 5'10", and that was a nice help to get me in here. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds like a big heavy door. And I see a nice big roof, not a panoramic in this one, but it's still a good size. Standard controls on the steering wheel, anything you would expect. Again, heated steering wheel. This is the premium package, so there's some really neat stuff here. Ascent control, crawl control built in to the drivetrain. You can lock in the front. You can lock in your stabilizers. Again, if you're using this off-road, it is very off-road capable. Most of us won't use it for that, but if you want to, it's right here. I love a heads-up display on a vehicle. This one does have heads-up display in this package, and that is something we do not see in the first edition that we saw in an earlier video. I see 3 USB-C charge ports here. I see IQ wireless charging built in, healthy size cup holders in the doors, lots of storage in the doors. What else have we got here? Okay, we have a cooler. So this is an actual cooler box. You can put some water bottles in here, keep your drinks cooled while you're driving. There's the switch for the on-off. So that's pretty handy for keeping the driver and passengers comfy with nice cool drinks. Interior lighting is good. I've got an LED light here that is turned on. Audio controls, very nice, conventional on-off switch that we're all familiar with in a really convenient location for the driver. Again, audio controls are here on the steering wheel or on the touch screen or here with the conventional knob that we're all used to. So again, I will set the driver's seat to where I'm comfortable sitting. I've got to say this seat is fantastic. Super comfortable, great seating height. Visibility here is great. I love the fact that the nose is as close as it is. This is a great vehicle to get around with. I just brought this vehicle in the showroom from outside, and we've got a pretty narrow doorway, and between the cameras and the awesome mirrors on this thing, I did not have any problem sneaking this monster through the pretty tight doors to get in our showroom. So overall, pretty happy about this. Let's go have a look in the back and see what the rear passengers get as features now that we've got the driver's seat set where we'd like it. Let's go have a look. So here we are at the back of the vehicle. First thing I see on the way in, another JBL speaker right here next to the passenger, which is a nice feature. Big cup holders on the doors. Again, running boards make it really easy for me to get in and out here. Super comfortable seat. Very comparable to the RAV4. I was really pleasantly surprised how comfortable the RAV4 seats are. This is even another level. Again, beautiful leather. I see lots of storage here on the rear of both seats. I have temperature control for the rear, so temperature up, down, fan controls, different modes. We have old school 12 volt charging, USB-C charging there for your rear passengers. I have vent controls here, so I've got good climate control for airflow and temperature there. Nice feature. Dome light, pretty standard. Grab bar to get in and out, that's pretty handy. I'm happy with that. And something we also noticed is there are rear vents way back here that actually keep the rear of the vehicle cool for your rear passengers. This is a 5-seater. It has rear cooling back there as if it was a 7 or an 8-seater, which is a nice feature. Should be, for climate, should be lovely. I've got to say, armrest, again, pretty standard. Great height for me. Two, pretty generous sized cup holders. And also here on both outside seats, you do have the latch points for a child seat. So if you're using this as the family car or the grocery getter, little ones can be snapped in here nice and secure. Great modern feature for this vehicle. Overall, really comfortable back here. Tons of headroom, very comfortable. 5 people could travel in here really, really comfortably. Audio is fantastic. The 14 speakers, when you turn this on and get it tuned the way you like it, is really impressive. So let's go back under the hood and pretend I know what's under there next. I'm a little surprised that we do not have a hydraulic lift here, but I have no idea why. It could be the fact that this hood is really quite substantial. It's very heavy. I do know this is Toyota's new iForce Max 4-cylinder turbocharged hybrid drivetrain. 2.4 liter turbo drivetrain paired with the iForce Max system actually puts the electric portion of the drivetrain, as opposed to our RAV4, our normal hybrid vehicles. The hybrid system is here paired with the transverse engine. This engine is in what I guess a more conventional truck configuration. The engine is running in a linear fashion with the frame of the vehicle. So the hybrid portion is actually on the back of the engine near the transmission, so that this develops most of your power, and when you need more, the electric drivetrain pushes back to the drive shaft to give you more drive. So again, I don't know much about what's under here. I know that it's Toyota technology and a hybrid. We've had a little more experience with the Tundras now for the first couple of years. They've been fantastic. The power is fantastic. I will say the drive of this is outstanding. I know that the combined fuel economy on this vehicle, for a vehicle of this size, again, this is a large, full-size, incredibly capable truck, and its combined fuel economy is rated at 10.1 liters per 100 combined. So when you consider how big this thing is and what it's capable of, to get 10.1 with this hybrid drive with the torque numbers and over 350 horsepower, pretty impressive. I always do this just to pretend I know what's under there, and I really don't. So you can leave your comments down below. In the meantime, like and subscribe. I really appreciate your time. I'm Randy at Kentville Toyota. Hi, it's Randy at Kentville Toyota, and today we're going to have a look at the 2025 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. Let's have a look. So on the front side of this 2025 Tacoma TRD Sport, you see some obvious signs. The interesting thing between this, the SR5, and this being the TRD Sport, the immediate thing you see is the hood scoop. Just a little offset on the front of the vehicle to make it a little more interesting, make it look a little more aggressive. Also here on the front side, you get a matte black plastic grille inserted into the color match painted exterior. You get the forward-facing camera, and you also get lots of sensors in the front for frontal collision avoidance as well as for parking sensors. This particular unit, base truck, comes with an LED headlight, but the TRD Sport also comes with an LED fog light you see here set way down in the lower bumper. As we go down the side of this truck, we notice that this is actually this was a new color for 2024. It carries through into 2025. It's called Underground. Really nice, rich, deep gray. This particular trim gets a color matched wheel arch that goes along with the body color. TRD Sport comes with an 18-inch alloy wheel and tire package. This one actually comes with a Michelin, really great quality tire, and the TRD wheel centers, nice offset. The red against the black and the gray is a nice visual. Come down the side of the vehicle, you get your turn indicator on the exterior of the mirror, as well as your blind spot monitoring is also in that mirror. Interesting observation on this truck, there is a camera here. That is part of the blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert system. It just gives the vehicle more data to digest as you're on the road with lots of things going on around you. So come back down the side of the vehicle. The TRD Sport does come with the color matched door handle as opposed to the black on the SR5. You do get a nice blackout badge. This customer in particular has requested the TRD Sport running board as an aftermarket accessory. It's a nice accessory put on, visually grounds the truck, brings your eye down. So as we come back down the driver's side of the vehicle, again, 18-inch wheel, color matched wheel arch here, TRD Sport badging on the side, and a nice color matched rear bumper on this vehicle. Rear backup sensors, obviously in the rear bumper, comes back around. It is color matched, which is a nice configuration on this trim level. Bumpers all inset with the tow feature built in. There's your hitch. Receiver comes in the trucks in the rear behind the seats. So this one, all color matched. A lot of clientele are really liking putting in the blackout badging or the insert badging on these. Is a nice accessory to add. This customer hasn't done that yet, but hopefully will in the future because it really does offset it. And you get a really high quality camera here. So when you're backing up to hook up your trailer or just in a parking lot, you get a great big screen in the cab of the truck with a great camera. It gives you a great visual indication of where you are in space and time, and you can get back up to your trailer without, hopefully without touching it and damaging your new truck. So let's go on to the inside of the vehicle and have a look. Hi everybody, it's Randy from Kentville Toyota. I just want to let you know that if you're in the market for a used vehicle, please look us up at Kentville Toyota and mention the YouTube videos, and we'll have a special incentive for you. Thanks for your business. So here we are coming in from the driver's side of this TRD Sport Tacoma. Some interesting visual cues above the SR5 trim. TRD bit written right in the door panel visually. Nice big pocket. There's two levels of pockets here, one with cup holder slots in it and just a general storage bin. This trim level truck does come with a 8-way power driver's seat with lumbar support. This generation of truck compared to the last generation, seat quality and the seating position I find way better than the previous generation of trucks. I generally have a long torso, and the previous generation truck I had a really hard job getting comfortable in. This one fits like a glove for me and just my body type. So excellent seat, leather exterior, perforated, it would be the right word, interior insert on that just for comfort, and lots of bells and whistles here on the dash for the operator from this side. So 3 different auxiliary ports, switches already built in here if you want to add accessories, more charge points, power points throughout the truck. If you want to modify and customize your truck, there's already built-in punch outs here with switches that are already back into the fuse panel, so it makes it very user-friendly to make modifications without cutting into the wiring harness of your new Tacoma, which would be a no-no, bad for your warranty. You do have automatic headlights as a standard feature on this vehicle. You can trim with your headlights depending on your towing position. If your truck's sitting low in the back, you can change the angle of your headlights high and low just so you get A, better visibility, and B, you don't burn the eyes out of people that you're coming towards on the highway. 120 volt AC outlet in the back for 110 volt utility, I guess, for lack of a better term, if you need to use some power tools in the back of the vehicle that are not too intense in the draw. It's meant to be for small things like a cooler, you know, auxiliary lighting, audio, that kind of stuff. Okay, so we're gonna hop in the seat, see how comfortable it is, see how quickly it adjusts. I will say that running board was a nice add for getting in there. The TRD Sport comes automatically with an aluminum set of pedals, which is nice. Visually, it's quite attractive and good grip on them. They do have a rubberized pad built into the aluminum pedals themselves. Sitting here as a driver, lots of technology on this truck. The switches are very industrial. I really like the outlay of this, pretty interesting side. The knobs are large and coarse. You got good grip on them. They feel very industrial and very user-friendly. So this configuration of the truck is the non-hybrid version. It is the iForce Max 4-cylinder turbocharged engine on this vehicle. Great power on this truck. All the reviews we've had back from the current owners driving the 2024s and the few 25s we've already delivered, customers have been extremely happy with the combination of the transmission and the new engine. Lots of power, fuel economy is good, seems to have lots of towing power. Completely digital dash, and you can customize it a little bit in the settings. Very simple layout, tachometer on the right, speedometer on the left. The big screen here is a really nice layout. I do like that. This new generation of connected services from Toyota Canada has been very well received by the consumer, and you know, great quality audio, good layout, good interface either with Apple or Android users. Everybody's really pretty happy with the way this works. This particular trim level of truck does have dual climate control available, heated seats, all the usual configurations. Lots of interesting stuff here on the transmission. Tow mode, haul mode, 4-wheel high, 2-wheel high, and obviously 2 low. And all of our trucks now come with an automatic parking brake, which is a nice feature. But because of some of the safety features, they've had to add a couple of other features here. Is that you need to tell the truck when you're about to back into a trailer, because otherwise it detects you're about to have a rear collision. So you use the button here to let the truck know that you're intentionally approaching something so that it doesn't put the brakes on for a safety feature. Most of our truck drivers do use them for some sort of functionality. So if you are towing a trailer, Toyota has added this awesome feature combined with the cameras that are all the way around the vehicle. And when I press this, I'm just gonna do a little visual, and you'll see that I literally put a chair beside the truck. In this animation mode, it looks a little goofy, but it clearly shows you that there is something on the driver's side of the vehicle so that you can have a good once around to know that you're going to back into or drive over anything. So there's the top-down view. There's literally a chair beside the truck that I put there just so that it would have some indication of what we're looking at. And even though it looks like an AI generated picture, well, it is of the truck, but the floor tiles and everything you're seeing around the vehicle are from those camera views. So really good functionality for you figuring out where things are in space around you before you start moving around on a campsite or around your garage. hooking up a trailer, you know, make sure the kids' bikes aren't under your truck or anything else that could get in your way and ruin your outing with your truck. So really nice feature on this TRD Sport is that it does have that that surround view camera. It's an awesome feature that they've added for 2024 and 25 moving forward. So neat feature there. Okay, so here we are at the rear of the TRD Sport Tacoma. So I'm just going to hop in here as a passenger. Step one, nice, big, robust handle here to help you get in. If you do not have running boards on the truck, this would be a great feature for the kids or anyone with any stability issues just to help you get in. So I slide in here. Again, I have the seat very, very liberally set for myself. It's a little further back than I actually needed it to be. Again, I'm at 5'10", so I'm sitting in this rear seat. I've got to say, really impressed, really comfortable. It's quite an upright seating position, but I can adjust that here on the side. This is just the way it came from the factory preset. As I'm sitting here, good, comfortable seating position, lots of headroom, surprising amount of headroom. And what I see here for functionality, there is a conventional 110 volt plug. Again, charge your computer. I don't think you want to run a hot plate back here, but obviously there's lots of options. You need 110 volts. You've got 2 charge ports there for USB-C, well configured. As far as layout, I don't see my conventional cup holders that I expected to see here. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. I don't think there are any cup holders here. So there's my expectations all shot to pieces. There are 3 water bottle holders in the door to my side. There's 2 cup holders here that I'm going to assume that you as the rear passengers can use here, especially if you've got a third person sitting here. And I see equal numbers of cup holders or water bottle holders in the driver's, in the passenger side. So I will say, great layout. This seat is surprisingly comfortable. Obviously there's no armrest here because I can't find one, or if there is one, you can tell me in the comments and I'll just be really embarrassed about how I showed you a vehicle that I didn't know anything about, but hey, that's par for the course. There is a storage pocket on the rear of the passenger side, but there's not on the driver's side. So overall layout here is really very good. I am noticing visually there's quite a hump here in the ceiling that would accommodate the sunroof for this trim level of truck. So in the SR5, you're getting a little bit more headroom and visually a little less invasion here. But again, even with the sunroof, certainly not feeling pinched for space whatsoever. So let's go have a look under the hood, see what we can find up there that is of any interest to you. So here we are at the front of this 2025 Tacoma. Oh, there it is. I found it fairly easily that time. So swipe from right to left. You do find the release. It's on the bottom side. Slide it across. This particular vehicle has been undercoated, so it's a bit gooey under here, but if you're planning on keeping your Tacoma as long as it'll last, it being gooey is to your advantage. So the things that the average consumer can see under the hood of the 2025 Tacoma: washer fluid, pretty well marked, easy to find; expansion tank for your coolant, which you probably will not have to interface with; air cleaner, the usual suspects. There is the oil dipstick there for you to check. This is a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. And again, for the majority of us consumers, aside from putting washer fluid in and checking the oil, there's really not a lot to see up here that you can tell. I can tell what a whole bunch of this stuff is. There is your battery position, so that it is a good, easily accessible spot for someone to come in if you do need to boost the battery, because it's not a matter of if the battery dies, it's when the battery dies, and it could be 10 years in. But when you need to, well-located battery, easy to change. That may be something that the backyard mechanic can do, but for most of your service needs, a Toyota store or another certified shop is probably your best bet. So I'm Randy from Kentville Toyota. This has been a walk around on the 2025 Tacoma TRD Sport. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have enjoyed making messes and making you laugh as I show you things I don't understand. Have a great afternoon.